So you should be thinking of these sell-offs as a gift. These, I call them macro spasms. They don't usually last very long. Rates are going to come down. Liquidity is going to come in.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In today's video, the legendary investor, CEO, and co-founder of Wealthion and global macro investor Raoul Pal shares why recession fears and market bearishness are overblown, why volatility in crypto should be taken advantage of, and how the business cycle is just turning up now, with central banks reducing rates and increasing liquidity.
So the volumes in ETFs are driven by two: net inflows, or people known as arbitrageurs who are arbitraging the futures market. So we don't know what that flow was. So they would sell the futures, which trade at a premium, and then buy the ETF. We don't know what that flow was, but let's assume it's net inflows because Binance saw record inflows yesterday as well. So what we're seeing is people, I think, because of the education that you've been doing, I've been doing, Michael Saylor's been doing, everybody's been doing, people are starting to understand the game. And even Larry Fink has been explaining the game. The game is the erosion of your purchasing power, not via traditional CPI inflation, but via this more pernicious debasement idea. And I think people are understanding and have been educated that this is a volatile asset class. And, as I started at the beginning of the show, is if we do get sell-offs, people are starting to realize that's what I buy. That same strategy worked incredibly well in the NASDAQ over the years as well. You got a big secular trend, any wobbles, generally a buying opportunity.
Solana.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Solana is cheap, fast, and there's a lot of innovation coming. And we're seeing lots of nice, easy applications for people to use. So, what drives a blockchain use? Well, nice applications, easy use, and cheapness. So it's really, really blowing out all the metrics versus other chains right now, hence why its price outperforms both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's been definitely the big breakout of this cycle, and I think it continues because it's getting a lot of traction. It's just a very easy-to-use chain that's very fast, and a lot of the applications are just very user-friendly. Different chains are used for different things. Ethereum is securer, is probably the chosen one for the finance industry to build on top of, whether it's layer 2s or whatever, because it's very secure, very well battle-tested, and very respected and still innovative. Solana seems like it's more for retail application and fast-moving applications. Even maybe crypto exchanges can build on the new Firedancer part of it because it's super fast. So I think, to extract away, for people watching this, I don't really understand this. It's really simple. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, they're all just decentralized businesses selling block space on their blockchain. And different block spaces have different attributes, and they're used for different cases. So Bitcoin is the single most secure. So right now, its main use case is just Bitcoin itself. And it's perfect in that way. Ethereum, DeFi has really been the big thing. And obviously NFTs are very big, but that's also gone to Solana. So valuable transactions, if banks are going to transfer hundreds of gazillions of dollars between each other, Ethereum is likely the chain of choice. Solana, for lots of rapid transactions, it's the right choice. We will see other things, whether it's, Sui, which is the Mistin Labs one, or Avalanche or others for gaming, or for other applications like converting the old Web 2 social media into Web 3 or music. They will all find different blockchains that better suit their purpose.
MicroStrategy purchased its first Bitcoin stash on August 10, 2020, becoming the first public traded company to adopt the cryptocurrency as its primary treasury reserve asset. 4 years later, the bold move has evolved into a defining strategy for the company that has outpaced even the returns of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. As of August 10, 2024, MicroStrategy had 226,500 BTC worth $13.771 billion in reserves, which it acquired at an average cost of around $37,000. With Bitcoin currently trading at approximately $60,500, MicroStrategy is now sitting on unrealized profits of about $5.39 billion. Despite the substantial gains, Michael Saylor's company has maintained its Bitcoin holdings, choosing not to liquidate any of its accumulated assets. It has expressed its intention to continue accumulating Bitcoin, further evidenced by its most recent purchase on August 1. The value of MicroStrategy's stock has responded bullishly to its Bitcoin purchases, having surged by around 1,000% since August 2020. In comparison, that is 1.5 times higher than BTC's returns and 16.25 times higher than the returns of the S&P 500 index in the same period. Interestingly, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway class of stock, BRKA, has significantly underperformed compared to MSTR since MicroStrategy's initial Bitcoin purchase. BRK, it has only gained 104.75% during this period, with Buffett's persistent negative stance toward Bitcoin keeping Berkshire from exploring crypto investments. In 2018, Buffett called Bitcoin a rat poison squared. His close associate, the late Charlie Munger, went a step further and predicted that BTC's price would crash to zero, calling it a disgusting product in his statement in 2021. Still, Bitcoin and MSTR have performed better than Buffett's top stock holdings, namely Apple, American Express, and Bank of America, in recent years. However, some traders have expressed their intentions to short the MSTR stock, with investment firm Kerrisdale Capital arguing that it is trading at unjustifiable premium to Bitcoin. The software business is worth $1 billion, maybe $1.5 billion, somewhere in between. It's not worth very much, Salman Dranji, chief investment officer at Kerrisdale Capital, adding, Bitcoin prices have to go up for the value of the company to increase. If they go down, the value of the company goes down. The company should be trading at the value of Bitcoin. Our argument is go short MicroStrategy, go long Bitcoin.
Meaning, we get closer to another Bitcoin halving. Solana's where?
Look, it's probably north of 1,000. I think the range for me is worst case is 800, mid case is like 1,200, upper case in a blow off top would be 2,500. I think all of these big blockchains will be worth multiple trillions of dollars because these are not single applications, they're entire networks of which you can build entire other businesses upon. These are immensely valuable things, but the applications haven't yet been built on it. So yeah, I think you're dead right. This cycle is not where these things are going. I think this space goes from 2 trillion today to 100 trillion by 2032, 2034. $2 trillion to $100 trillion in, let's say, 10 years. That will be the largest, fastest accumulation of wealth in all of human history.
Yeah.
That will be double the 100-year accumulation of wealth of the S&P 500.
Yeah.
So therefore, as an investor, that's the thing to keep in mind. How do I stay in this trade for as long as possible and compound what is the largest? If I go back to anybody and say, would you have bought the NASDAQ in 1990? Everyone would, hell yes. Well, here you've got it, 1990, not 99, 1990. You go, hell yes. Well, that's where we are now, somewhere in the mid-90s of the NASDAQ. So I actually think it's a bit of a red herring because the US dollar is the world's reserve currency. The US doesn't need to hold other assets in reserve. Yes, it's got gold, but that was a legacy from leaving the gold standard. Other countries have to have reserves to support their own currencies, so they don't need it. Now, would they do it? I think it sounds flashy. For what reason, I don't really know. But let's assume that they do. Let's say I'm wrong and they do build something. It's kind of a weird world because, yes, obviously it's good for the crypto market because there's yet another buyer. But it's also weird because Bitcoin was set up to try and replace the government's control over money. And now you're inserting the government as one of the largest buyers of private money. I don't really like that, actually, but it's probably net positive for the crypto price. Now, maybe it pushes private use of money away from Bitcoin if that were the case, because if the government can manipulate it, they could dump it onto the market, they can buy more, and before you know it, they're using it like they are interest rates in controlling regular money, and we don't want that.
Bitcoin continues a wild August with more volatility, as the week opens with a dip below $60,000. After a spectacular reclaim of the ground lost after an equally spectacular collapse to 6-month lows, BTC price action is fighting to restore its bullish narrative. Who will take control in the coming days? The stage is already set for the ongoing battle between bulls and bears, but there are plenty of volatility catalysts waiting to provide some surprises. Chief among them comes from outside the crypto sphere in the form of macroeconomic data from the United States. The July print of the Consumer Price Index, CPI, is top on analysts' radar amid controversy over how the Federal Reserve is handling global market instability. Due on August 14, CPI will come a day after the Producer Price Index, PPI, while jobless claims will round out the week. For traders, meanwhile, a double death cross on BTC provides a grim reminder of how even bull markets can have their ugly moments. Bitcoin network fundamentals are also reacting to recent market turmoil, with mining difficulty set for its first drop in 6 weeks. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.